Hello, I think I'm ready. Naira, are you there?
Yes, Miss.
Perfect. So let's begin. How are you being this week?
Fine, very fine.
Just fine? That's
How are
okay.
you, Miss?
I'm fine. It's too hot
Okay.
this city, but I'm fine. Working
Okay.
and working and working.
Okay. 8 days ago, I feel sleep.
Uh-huh.
If, if for this for that, I didn't attend the class.
You went out.
Ajá.
Okay. Well, don't worry. The class, I think that we haven't class that day, but you know the classes are in the YouTube challenge, so don't worry. Channel. So don't worry. So let's get start this class. Let's talk about customs. Do you know what customs are?
Yes.
Can you tell me what customs are?
Tell me costumbres.
Something like that, yes. But can you say a definition in English?
No, I
Try.
don't
Come on,
understand.
try. How would you say um, costumbres in English as a definition?
Costumbre.
Uh-huh. We know the word is customs, but how
Custom.
can you define it? I mean, if you have a word, for example, cell phone, a definition will be electronical device that is used to make phone calls. So, can you define customs?
Can you define?
Try, just give me a try.
Um, for example, Miss.
You want an example?
Mhm.
Okay, when we work with definitions, what we do is to find the description of the word. For example, computer, electronical device that is used to work. Cell phone, electronical device that is used to have phone calls. So how can we define customs?
Um, Activities
Exactly.
that the people that people usually do.
Exactly. You did it. That's too perfect. So that could be a definition of customs. Good. Those activities that people used to do as a tradition, for
Yes,
example,
actually.
as a
Uh,
tradition. So let's start by answering this question. Um, okay. Well, the question is, have you ever traveled abroad?
what's the meaning abroad?
Going out of the country. When you go out of the country, we say that you travel abroad. Have you ever
Okay.
been out of this country?
Papá, ¿quieres conmigo, papá? No,
No,
I
never?
did. I didn't travel other country.
Okay, then if you haven't traveled, let's answer these two questions. Where would you like to go? If you had the opportunity to go out or to go abroad, where would you like to go?
Where would you like to go? Uh, I would like Ireland.
To Ireland?
Haha, Ireland. Uh, China. Um, France.
Many places. Very interesting places. And what do you think it would be like? I mean, for example, there in Ireland. What do you want to do
Um,
there? What do you think it would be like? For example, let's think in going to France. Uh, what do you think it will be like? Well, I think that would be like very romantic because
yes,
that place is kind of uh, a romantic place to be with your boyfriend, walking down the streets and having dinners and all that, listening to music and all those things. But now
emotions
think in one place and tell me what do you think it would be like?
be like. Okay, for example, China. I
Uh-huh.
would like visit the muralla. What do you say muralla?
Can you repeat that, please?
How do you say muralla?
It's the Chinese wall, the big wall.
The big wall. Okay. I um I would like visit Beijing.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I like be, I like uh, to know uh, the customs of the people of China. Um, it's a country interesting
An
because
interesting country.
history, su history,
Uh-huh. History.
the history and customs. For example, in religion and food
Uh-huh.
and dress, music. Um, and I would like know about the museums.
Museums. Uh-huh.
Museums. Uh, um, and live lifestyle.
The lifestyle. But that is about China, right? Would you like to go? Really? Would you like to go?
And the island, I would like style life, the music, the history of Celtas
That is related to Ireland, right?
Island. Uh, I I I would like the climate,
The climate? Climate.
climate.
What
I,
what do you like that? What would you like? What do you think it would be the weather like in Ireland?
it's it's um, cold in very cold in winter.
Uh-huh.
Um, I don't templado in summer, pero no sé cómo se
Warm.
dice.
Warm.
Warm in the summer. I go like the the festivals. Very important. It's San Patricio in March. Um, I would like about this party because the people dress dress green, and the symbols is a treble, the ¿cómo se dice hoja?
Let me see what, sorry?
¿Cómo se dice hoja? Ajá. It's a country very interesting.
Okay. In those sentences, you have to remember that the adjective goes first. So in this case, when we say it's a very interesting country, the word interesting goes first because it's the adjective. When we say when we want to describe a noun, in this case the country, we put the adjective first.
Okay.
So when we say it is a very interesting country, that will be the correct order.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For example, beautiful music, pretty music,
Uh-huh.
Green trébol, por ejemplo, trébol verde. Ajá.
Well, that I think Ireland has different characteristics or specific characteristics, no? Because the people has like a specific image, no? All of them are red hair and with birds, and they have a specific type. And the traditions, the music, the places, the weather, or the climate, it's also like very specific, no?
Okay.
Even the music.
Yes. It's I like the music. I like the gaita.
That it's a musical instrument.
Instrument. Yes.
Good. So let's have like that purpose, not to go or travel abroad and visit those places. That will be nice. But talking about customs, do you follow all of your country's traditional customs? For example, in Mexico, we have many of them. We have special days, special traditions, special dances or activities, special music. So, what can you say about these traditional customs that we have in Mexico? For example, the first one, we have a picture here, and it's specific of a very traditional custom, and it's unique in the whole world. There is no other place that celebrates this day. It's a very specific and unique custom in Mexico. Can you describe the picture over there and say a little bit about it?
Yes, in Mexico, it's very important that traditional. It's day of day of that.
The Day of the Dead.
The dead. It's November 2nd.
Can you speak a little bit louder? We were talking about the Day of the Dead. So what can we say, what can you say about it, about this custom?
A description, Day of the Dead.
About that.
It's a celebration. The family remember the members of family that yet before that we it's a in this celebration, the family do make a altar with flowers, cempasúchil flowers, and put the ofrendas.
Okay, they
For
open.
for example, chocolate,
Chocolate.
chocolate, wine,
Wine.
sweet, tamales, bread,
Bread.
water.
Water. And all those that traditional food that we eat, no, as Mexicans.
Fruits.
Do you
Fruits.
follow that traditional custom?
And
I mean, you at home?
yes, in my home, we have the traditional celebration because my grandfathers taught we no sense we taught use.
Okay, he taught the tradition to the family.
In my family, put a altar, and 12 of day I wait the almas,
The souls?
thoughts, because the arrive and the home, and I believe that they have thirsty, and they have and they need to drink water. It's a temple.
Okay, so that was a very good effort. I'm gonna talk a little bit about these dances. Have you ever been in Oaxaca?
Yes, the dances. It's a guelaguetza.
That is one of the more traditional events they have. But specifically in that event, there is a special number that is called La Flor de Piña.
Yes, the Flor de Piña.
This picture is about it. And if you have seen this dance, it's amazing. If you have seen it at live, all the women dancing at the same time, it's a very nice thing to see. It's a beautiful dance. Have you ever seen it?
In a guelaguetza?
Specifically this Flor de Piña dance?
Yes, I danced.
You have danced it? Really?
Danced, yes, in a secondary school. And in the events of Mondays, I put the dance with my alumnus or students.
With your students?
And the dance, it's very nice, and the students liked.
They like it. That's true.
Like
because it's fun to dance it.
Dance it. Yes.
And even the music is like very enthusiastic, no?
Yes.
Mhm.
And dresses. It's colorful. Um, it's many no much colors, a lot of colors,
Colorful,
colorful. Yeah.
colorful. Yes, that is the word. When you want to say that something has many colors, the word is colorful
Colorful.
or full of
Okay.
colors.
Okay, Miss.
And what about the music? We have many customs, and one of the most important ones is the music. There is a specific genre that is known all over the world, the
Yes.
mariachis. Do you like mariachis?
Yes, I like.
Have you ever used these services, mariachis? Have you ever hired mariachis for a party or for a person?
Yes. I listen the no. I heard the mariachis in a Mary Mary my cousin
Uh-huh.
uh, in March.
But you know,
Uh,
they are very, very expensive, aren't they?
yes, they uh, spend for hour.
For an hour? Uh-huh.
Uh, I think it's very expensive
One second.
because uh, they are are many people.
Uh-huh. I'm
Uh,
listening.
yes,
I think that the mariachis are super expensive.
yes,
Some of them are really, really expensive, but it's true that they are very, very fun. And if you have mariachi music in a party, you have the fun warranty. I mean,
yes,
it's like very characteristic of, it's part of our tradition and our customs. So we as Mexican, no? But
yes.
abroad, I mean, in different countries, people have also customs, and many of them are very strange and weird customs. So, what are some strange foreign customs that you have ever had? That you have heard of? For example, in this slide, in these pictures, we have three pictures, and there are three um, customs or weird customs that we have or that the people have around the world. Do you know them? Do you know what's happening in the first picture?
It's the people. It's a bath with the liquid saying uh, pintura red red color saying parecida a la sangre
It looks like blood, no?
blonde.
But it's not.
It's picture pintura líquida.
No, not really. You're not gonna
No,
guess. You haven't heard about it? About this
no,
tradition? It's a tradition from Spain.
Spain.
Hmm. They do this every year after
Every
the
year?
harvest time, when they pick up the crops, in this case, the tomatoes, they have
Tomato?
this day when they fight with the tomatoes they from the harvest, and it's a tradition. And they go by the streets throwing tomatoes in the street, like playing, and it's a tradition.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it's a waste of food, no? But it's one of their traditions, the tomatoes day, and it's a
Mhm.
kind of a war, a food war. Very fun because they look how they finish. They finish like in a shower of tomatoes juice.
Mhm.
It's one of
Yeah.
the traditions from Spain, and it's too old.
To,
So they used to do this since long time ago.
okay. Okay. I don't know, Miss.
You
I
didn't know
don't
about that?
know.
Yes, it's a tomatoes day. Well, in
Okay.
Spanish, they called it la tomatada.
Tomatada.
So they have the pamplonada. They have all these days that are like very traditional in Spain. But this is called tomatada or tomatina. And it's
Tomati.
just like that, like a war with tomatoes.
Okay.
Mhm. This one, the second one, it's a picture from La India. What do you think it is?
It's hands in your in their hands picture tatuajes,
Well, those are tattoos, yes.
tattoos.
Uh-huh.
It's
But yeah,
because the religion.
it's related to the religion, yes. But oh yes, actually yes. The when someone is gonna get married, they
Okay.
have this tradition for the bride. The bride
Oh,
has these tattoos all over the body the
alright.
day of the wedding.
Mm.
So the
In
tattoos have different meanings, but this is very traditional in some
it's
regions of La India.
it's for example, the Arabic, it's a different dress for the woman. Uh, the tent, it's a married, single, uh, as, for example.
Yeah, well, in that case, it's this dress that is called burqa, right? And this
Okay.
burqa has different colors if you are married or single, or if you are pregnant and all those things, because they have like an issue with the women, no? But
Uh,
in this case, the picture is related to the wedding ceremony, and it's
uh,
only during that day. It's like part of the complete dressing feature. I mean, when we get married, we have a dress. We wear a dress. We wear makeup. We have a we have flowers, and we have this all these traditional things, no, the rings and the pearls, and I don't know this rubber in the leg. No, we have these traditional things. There in La India, they have this tradition. The brides have tattoos, and all of
uh,
these tattoos have a specific meaning, and that is very traditional when a bride is it's getting married. That is part of the image that day, the
okay.
tattoos. And finally, this one, the one at the bottom, it's
Yes.
an African lady. Have you
Africa.
heard about this tradition or this custom they have?
No, no, I
You
don't
haven't
know.
seen these pictures?
It's a purpose in a neck.
Mm-hmm. She has many rings around the neck, and it's
Ah,
a custom.
they are rings.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, why?
Because they have what this beliefness or this custom, in which they have a specific image of the beauty. So in some
Oh,
places of Africa, they think that if the woman has a long and thin neck, it's more beautiful than the others. So what they
oh,
do, since they are very, very young, is to put those rings around the neck. And as they are growing up, they put more and more and more rings. So throughout the years, the neck eventually gets longer and longer because of these rings. And they do the same thing with the holes in the ears, and some others have piercings or holes in the mouth.
yes.
And this is that is part of the traditional things there. And it's related to the customs and to this part of those strange foreign customs we can find around the world. No? You haven't seen those? Have you ever heard about that customs from the some African women?
No,
No,
mm,
there
no.
are ones that are very very weird.
Yes. Uh, every country has different customs, and they very important for the days.
Hmm. Well, yes, some of them or many of them are related to the religion. Actually,
Um,
our customs, most of them are related to the religion. The Day of the Dead or this Christmas Day. We haven't talked about the Christmas, but the Christmas days of piñatas and all these celebrations we have are related also to the
yeah,
religion. Same thing in those countries, no? And there are many foreign customs that are very, very weird. Or who knows,
yeah,
maybe if we ask ourselves about what can a foreign think when we celebrate the Day of the Dead, that will be like different, no? Because
yeah,
when we see this, no, we say, come on, how are they throwing tomatoes, no? That's
yes,
weird, no? But maybe when they see this, they probably think that we are kind of crazy, no? That because we are celebrating death, and we think that the people come from the other world to eat the dishes we prepared and all those things, no? But that is like the characteristic of every place. Do you know any other foreign custom that can be weird to us?
what is
Have you ever heard about another custom?
another custom?
Hmm.
Uh, for example, in the Mexico or the other country.
Can be in Mexico or in another country, whatever.
Mm,
Let's see, in Mexico, have you ever heard about another custom? For example,
um,
there in the place you live, in that state, do people
that's
have specific customs there or traditional customs?
Okay. This state, the state Hidalgo, it's in in the some regions. It's
Uh-huh.
example the Huasteca. It's
Uh-huh.
the customs for parties. It's use banda music. Viento, and in some times ago, the Huasteca merit.
Uh-huh.
It's a custom. Uh, in,
There in Hidalgo, there are many things that are, if- I mean, very specific, no? Those costumes.
uh,
Some of them are related to the food.
in the food, just for example, barbacoa, and
Uh-huh.
it's a typical cecina with enchiladas, zacahuil, that
Those things that are very particular from there. Uh, I think that Hidalgo is one of the states that have this non-traditional food. Uh, well, some in some occasion I have been there, and you can eat worms. You can eat well, worms is like the or snails. So they call it gusanos de maguey. That are a kind of worms, and it's
yes,
part of the traditional food, no, or customs. And that is
uh,
like very specific from Hidalgo.
yes, and pastes,
Exactly, that is what I was about to say. Pastes.
it's
And then there are some regions where the mines were, Pachuca and Real del Monte. And so
in
that part of the state where you can find many mines. You guys have a traditional custom related to the to those mines. I mean, the miners had in that time certain customs.
okay. Yes, for example, in the mineral del Chico, it's
Uh-huh.
in the party of the flowers, and the people um, do the flower vienta, no,
Uh-huh.
in the streets uh, with in the picture the tomatoes. It,
Oh,
it's una feria. Uh, flowers,
after. Uh-huh.
the rose, different rose. Because the Mineral del Chico, it's a productor. Uh,
Producer.
the
Uh-huh.
the many the kinds
Uh-huh.
of rose.
Is this thing, no? Can you see the picture?
Yes, yes,
It's like a rain of petals.
petal, petal.
That is a very nice example about this tradition, these customs they have, no? There
Yes,
in Mineral de Chico, well, that is like a very small town, no?
yes, yes, it's a small, um, Pacific yet
Peaceful,
view.
uh-huh. Very quiet, peaceful and very quiet.
It's a forest. No, has it has a
It
forest.
has.
Yes, and the lake and the cathedral in
Um,
it's
I know that one. Uh-huh.
uh, it's a beautiful town.
It is. This one in the picture, it's another custom, and it's very characteristic from our country. I don't know
Yes.
what they call it in Hidalgo, but in states like Oaxaca, it called it calenda. And the people go out the houses, dressing in disguise or very funny suits, and they go walking by the streets and playing music and dancing, and that is like part of part of the celebrations there.
This
This is
a
another custom.
celebration. This a celebration. It's a carnival.
Oh, like a carnival.
Carnival in the February.
Uh-huh.
Uh, in the it's a very important celebration for the state.
For the state. I have a question here. This petals rain, it's inside the church?
Yes.
And why is that for? What
It,
is the meaning of that? What does it mean?
it's a mean for the it's in March. It come with fertilidad that the state and the mineral de Chico is a producer and
A
the
producer? Uh-huh.
producer and the rose
But what kind of flowers are roses. So in
roses.
Mineral del Chico, the people is, uh, I mean, they are producers. They grow the flower,
Yes, different kinds
not
kind
only
of
roses.
the rose, the rose. It's a many invernaderos.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Because it's like a
Because
mountain, no?
whether it's
Mineral del Chico, it's a mountain, right? And it's very cold. So, well, that is a very nice thing to know.
just
I
in
didn't know it. Now
usually it's a
I want to
cold.
go. And what season of the year? Oh, when can you go to see this petals rain? In what month or what day or in what day?
Uh, I I say I like in March.
In March. I'm going to look for some information about it.
I believe.
Yeah, let's go. Oh well, in talking about our topic and finishing our topic. So we already talked about Mexican traditions and customs and foreign costumes, but talking about our families, because in every family we also have particular customs. What can you say about your family and its particular customs? For example, in these two pictures,
Um,
in the first picture there is a family eating, no? It's like a a particular custom, eating in specific dates, such as Christmas, for example. There are families that have these customs to go every day outside and practice sports. And in the third picture, you can see a grandpa who is playing music, playing and singing, because there are also families that has this particular custom to be singing and playing music, and
Es conversación en vivo.
the whole family grows in music. But what about your family? Does your family have a particular custom?
Yes, for example, in my family, it's a eating with my grandparents and parents in the specific days. For example, in the birthdays of some members of family,
In birthdays.
and
Mm-hmm.
in birthdays.
You know,
Um,
there in birthdays, we have a particular custom, and it's,
mm,
I mean, you cannot see that in another country, only here. There is something that we always do during the birthdays that
yes.
no one else do, no, not around the world. Because in all the world, what they say, they sing in United States or in England or in foreign countries, they sing the happy birthday, and it's a small song, no? But here we sing Las Mañanitas, and it's a very particular song. But after blowing the candles and um, asking for a wish, we have this that is a custom, la mordida, and that is
Yes.
Mexican invention, and it's a custom. So what what can a foreign person think about it? No, it's a kind of weird. No, hey, why are you biting the cake? No, if the cake is for
Yes.
everybody, no. But here in
Yes.
this country, we actually bite the cake, and they push the face, their
Kate,
faces
no?
on the cake.
Okay.
That is
It's
a weird custom.
Mexico.
Yes,
It's only Mexico.
and that is traditional. We always do that. We always shout mordida,
Yeah.
mordida, and we want to
Mm-hmm.
push it. That is one of a particular custom.
Okay, okay.
So, do you have another one in your family?
Another customs. It's I like that my family. It's listen music of traditional, for example, wapangos
Uh-huh.
and different parties. It's never falta. What's this? How do you say falta?
Missing. Missing
Yeah,
will be the word,
missing
but that de-
a
depends on the
trio,
sentence.
a trio in the parties. Um,
Oh.
I like in the other customs. It's in the hour of meal. We talk about the the we that we do during the
Oh, like a family conversation.
yes, family conversation.
That is a custom too.
It's a custom.
So, as we can see, we have many things to talk about customs. The people
Yes.
has different customs, and depends on the place they live, those customs change. But as is 9:58, we need to stop here. So, do you like this conversation?
Yes.
Did you like it? It's interesting, no?
Yes, it's interesting.
So, I want to tell you that next week we probably have more students here because we are going to be working with Sinaloa again and Campeche. So I hope to have more students so we can talk a lot more about our topics. So let's see what happens next week.
Next week, Miss?
Mm-hmm. Let's see what happens.
Oh,
Let's see
yes.
if we have more
In,
students.
a conversation with a student Campeche and Sinaloa.
Okay, can you repeat that? I didn't listen what you said. Can you repeat it? Can you listen to me? Are you still there?
Yes, Miss.
I don't know what
I
happened.
lost you. I lost you.
I don't know what happened with that connection. But we're back. So we were about finishing the connection, well, the meeting,
Yes.
and well, I was telling you that we probably have more students next week. So let's see what happens.
Miss, the question. In this class, only I.
Yes, because you're the only one that is getting into the platform. I don't know why. Maybe your classmates have no time, but the invitation is open to everybody. So right now we are working a lot, sending messages to remind this schedule and these classes. And we probably have more students next week because we are going to be working with around 200 more students. So let's see if they can come, and if we can share these conversations, it will be better because you can learn more from other persons.
Okay, Miss. What's topic the next week for a student?
I haven't chosen it, but have you any idea about one? Do you want to talk about a specific one?
Yes.
Which one?
Because because for me it's little difficult.
But you do it very well, actually.
Okay.
Yes, you are improving a lot.
Our students is now more now more that that me.
You,
I because I don't talk the topic.
Well, you are trying, and that's the important thing.
Okay, it's
As much as you try, you're gonna get it. Eventually, you will make it, and you're doing it very well.
okay. I seguiré. I will.
I will follow. I will continue.
Will
I will
follow.
continue trying or studying. Yes.
Trying. Okay.
Thank you so much for being with me this night.
Okay.
Now
Good
it's
night.
time to rest.
Thank you. ¿Cómo se dice? To a nice night.
Have a nice night too.
Okay. Bye.
See you. Bye.
See
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.